What is up? What is up? Justin Wishart here. This is another episode from Broken to Worlds, where I chronicle my injury and how I rehabbed through it and how I pushed forward to try to qualify for the 2027 Masters World Championships. They haven't released when that'll be yet, and we are still waiting for that. Usually they release the name once the current year is in progress. They release it and post it. At least that's what they used to do. We'll see if that's what they still do. We'll see where it's at. I'm doing my box squats, but I'm using the bench, obviously. Don't get quite down to parallel. Little bit above, but it's not bad. I do have another bench, but I decided to just keep this bench, keep it consistent instead of switching depths. Do have one bench that goes a bit lower. But I figured this is good. It feels reasonable on my knees, so decided not to push my luck. So I've been doing, like I said, the calf exercises, and that seems to be helping a lot. So glad to be able to progress in the weights while at the same time feeling my knees feeling better. They're feeling better every week, essentially, just a little bit, but that's all I expect is little progress here, little progress there. And so I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy that we haven't reverted back. So yeah, this is let's see, 295. I had to do my gym math. We count by 45s, 35s, 25s, 10s, and 5s. Don't know how to count by any other numbers than that when I'm in the gym, because that's all I need in the gym. That went well. And then shoulder presses, I'm doing my singles at 20 pounds heavier weight than my 3x5s. So my warm-up, though, I warm up like I'm doing my 3x5s. Gotta get those shoulders nice and warmed up. Doing the shoulder press 2.0, it's called. So I guess I can talk a little bit about that. So as you can see, my hips dip forward and then I push up, but I don't bend my knees. I guess technically you have to kind of bend your knees, but I'm not pushing with my quads to do it. Now this was allowed in the Olympics when they used to have the 3 lifts for the Olympic lifts. They had the clean and jerk, the snatch, and the clean and press. And you were allowed to tilt your hips forward like that and press up. So that's where it comes from. Since it was legal back then, I guess it's that's what I do. But what it does is it helps get your face out of the way, because that kind of gets in the way of your lift. So you tilt your hips forward. It kind of moves your face back a bit, and then when you lift up, you try to get it as close to your face as possible, because the more out front it is, the heavier it feels to you, and you won't be able to when you get heavy, you won't be able to complete the lift because it was too out front. The shoulder press is very dependent on form. If you get the form off just by an inch, it really affects your ability to do the lift. So it's one of the most form-dependent lifts there are. Not a hard form, it's not difficult, but it's important that you get it right. So I got 7 out of 7. You can see my last one coming up here. It got up. It was pretty iffy though. I wasn't entirely sure if it would. There we go. Got her up. So, good to have. You can see I put the mats down while I was resting. So, as to save time, got in the gym a little late today, so I had to rush here, especially this part. And I came to work and I was pretty tired because didn't have the proper rest in between sets. Also, when I edit these videos, I look at my form, particularly in my Olympic lifts here. And so I look at it kind of frame by frame, and I can tell my form wasn't as good today because I was rushing and I didn't quite have the same pop as I usually do. And it's with these heavier weights here that really the form issue was more evident. Now, if you don't know what you're looking for, you probably couldn't tell that anything was much different, but I could feel it, so I know it didn't go up as easy as it should. So I looked at the form, and sure enough, I'm too hunched over again. When I go up, I need to kind of lean back more, use my glutes and my posterior chain to kind of develop some more force. The best one, again, was my last one, just like last time. Maybe I had to take a while to warm up, I don't know, to get the form down. But I was also rushing. You can see the clock that's hanging up on the wall. My youngest daughter bought that for me for Christmas. Can't really see it closely, but it's a weight plate, and then there's the numbers for the clock face. And so that's really helped me kind of marshal or manage my gym time. And so I knew I had to rush through this. So I got through it. I think this was my best pull here. Let's have a look here, see if I'm remembering this correctly. Yeah, still wasn't great, but whatever. Got her done. So, yeah, it was a good workout. Nothing special, but nothing bad either, except my knees were feeling a bit better, so that was good. All right, that's about it, folks. Gotta take off my gym shoes. All right, have a good one. See you later.